Warring.
How many of you know what mental warfare is? Raise your hand.
Oh, yes. Warring.
The only time mental warfare begins, notice when you're a sinner, you don't have that fight.
No.
Have you noticed that?
No.
You don't have that mental fight when you're a sinner because you're out there. You're not trying to please God about nothing.
That's right.
You out there dancing if that's your thing, smoking if that's your thing, getting high if that's your thing, drinking if that's your thing, whatever you're doing. You ain't at war. Your mind is made up.
That's right.
You know what you're going to wear. You think about what you're going to wear to go to the party before you get off work.
Oh, yes.
You already bobbing your head and ain't the one playing no music, but in your mind.
In your mind.
Sometimes folks is out there waiting on a red light. Somebody say, what's wrong with him? Oh, nothing. The devil's all, his mind is gone.
Gone.
The moment you say, you know what? Man, I've been out here living like this too long. You haven't got baptized yet. But when you start thinking how you're living, and you start considering, man, I need to change. Right then, every ungodly component that's in your being,
that's true.
Satan do everything to elevate it.
That's right.
Your lust towards everything you hate is affected.
That's right.
Because Satan wants to keep us a prisoner to serve him. And then he convinces you, you cannot get right. That's right. A lie.
That's a lie.
One of the things that have hindered us, we believe the lie that he put in us.
Right.
We keep falling in the same thing, falling in the same thing, falling in the same thing. And then Satan said, you see that? What are you going to church for? Ain't no use going to church.
Yeah.
You ain't going to stop. You ain't going to never get right. And you're like, wow, you know what? I'm not going to get right. If Satan is a liar from the beginning, why you believe him?
That's right.
Why are you so convinced that the devil is correct in what he put in your mind? Yeah. Because you're mentally and emotionally weak, and sin is something our flesh loves.
That's right.
Are you listening?
But I see another law in my members.
Now, the other law come in your members, that law that is in your members, you're born with that law.
Right.
What is it doing?
Warring against the law of my mind.
The law of your mind is a law that you've been exposed to. You're taught the God's law now.
That's right.
And now the law of God is in your mind because you're thinking about it. You keep in memory what is preached unto you. Let this mind be in you that's also in Christ Jesus. Yeah. And now that law, which is God's words, that I had someone wrote me and said, you know what? I don't want to be in no church that have do's and don'ts. The Bible don't teach do's and don'ts. Man, you's a nut that don't. If the Bible is not a book of do's and don'ts, then why are we having so many problems?
That's right.
The Bible speaks plain.
That's right.
Don't only be a hearer, but be what?
A doer.
From Genesis to Revelation,
Doer, boy.
The whole book consists of do's and don'ts.
That's right.
The entire book.
That's right.
He laid that, after he made man and woman, he put a law in the garden that consists of do's and don'ts.
That's right.
One tree, as you touch that, don't.
Don't.
The others, freely eat. Do.
Do.
If you touch it, you'll die.
That's right.
The whole book itself is a rule book of do's and don'ts.
That's right.
The modern so-called Christian community, and I've heard them say this, even some of the so-called gospel artists that sing. They was interviewing Kirk Franklin one day, I believe on The View. And they asked him, what do you think the problem with churches today? And he said, the problem with church today is too many rules.
My Lord.
In church.
My Lord.
He said it shouldn't be all these rules. Just let the people worship God. Worship is centered around rules laid by God how he want to be worshiped.
In the book of Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 4.
You ever heard of no rules?
No rules.
A church with no rules is not a church.
That's right.
Listen.
Proverbs chapter 4
Even
and
the
verse 4.
street got rules.
Oh, yes.
If you ever was in a gang, every gang got rules.
Yeah.
A club got rules. You don't believe me? Once that bouncer get a hold of you, you broke somebody's rule.
That's right.
Even a prostitute got rules. Pay first. Pay first. What are you talking?
That's right.
So they don't mind the street having rules, but this has crept in churches.
Oh, yes.
Where members and even preachers and so-called Christians are saying we should worship God with no rules. You ain't even that devil got rules.
That's right. Let us walk by the same rule.
Do you hear the Bible?
In the book of Philippians chapter 3 and verse 16.
Hear me, world, hear this.
Nevertheless, whereunto we have
already attained.
Let us walk.
Let us walk
by the same rule.
And do what?
Let us mind the same thing. That's right.
I came from the hood. Man, the hood had rules.
Oh, yeah.
When they used the term fair one, that means the old heads would get two young bloods and let them mix it up. Nobody was allowed to pull out no gun. Nobody was allowed to pull out no straight razor. Nobody was allowed to pull out any blade. The old heads, all right, y'all young bloods, come on, mix it up. We get out there and mix it up. And the old heads stood and watched and make sure it was a fair one, meaning a fair fight.
That's right.
Nobody was taking out 38s and Glocks and all that stuff, turning to the side, shooting you. No.
That's right.
Best man won. When the fight was over, you went back playing ball. If you think you will serve the Lord as a so-called Christ-like man or woman with no rules, then the God of heaven you have never served and never will.
That's right.